Who knew I was going to be here? But it happened, right? Kellyanne, my star, Kellyanne. Stand up, Kellyanne. She's more famous than I am. Good. Thanks, Kellyanne. Great.
Well, with me now, the star herself, Kellyanne Conway, counselor to President Trump. Kellyanne, congratulations on everything, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you, Charles. I'm really happy for the American people. That was nice to the president. As you saw, it took me a while to stand up because we're just here very humbly trying to serve the country. And what this president and his administration have done to reduce the regulatory burden, to stimulate investment and growth. And you now see over 100 companies responding to the tax cut to the tune of billions of dollars in investment and pay raises and bonuses and philanthropic contributions, skills training, workforce development investments. It's just so exciting to see that the fruits of the labor of this president in really December, just a month ago, are already getting into the pockets of the men and women of this country. Also, you're starting to see major companies talk about repatriating their wealth from overseas.
Right.
Of course, Apple's big investment and some others. This is important, Charles, because in our 4 major tax principles, we often referred to the repatriation of the trillions of dollars of wealth that's legally parked overseas. And I know that's something a lot of Americans didn't fully focus on at the time because maybe it doesn't affect their tax return, but they see now what that means. If you repatriate the money and it comes back to this country, so too do the jobs, so do the capital investments, so does the infrastructure around where those jobs are created that spurs other jobs.
Right. There's no doubt about all of that. And I think it's interesting because, you know, you worked with Fortune 500 companies and you helped them understand Main Street. That was your job. And what I find amazing with these tax cuts announcements so far, the bonuses are fantastic, but you're seeing things for progressives, maternity leave, paternity leave, sick leave pay, educational opportunities. There's no way that the media or even Democrats can push back against those things.
Well, they're certainly trying, Charles. I mean, that's the thing that's very confusing and frustrating, I guess, because the big lie that was told to the American people all fall was, A, this tax cut will never pass, but B, if it does, you won't benefit. Only the wealthy and the well-connected and the corporations will. That was a big lie that some folks must have thought they'd never have to verify the falsity or the veracity of the lie because it wouldn't pass. Now, here we are, even before the president signed it into law. After it had passed, corporate America, those job creators had already responded. But, you know, your point is so well taken because a lot of folks like me are focusing on the pay raises and the bonuses. But when you look beyond that, these companies are exercising their own autonomy and flexibility to decide what to do with the extra cash.
Right.
That's what President Trump values most, is giving that flexibility and that freedom. In Washington, he got it all rolling, but we're allowing the free market system to do what it does best, which is put that capital back in the job creators and the job holders' hands. And really, the job seekers should be excited too. You see these small business loans that are coming available, workforce development, skills training, those folks who are out there looking for jobs. We are becoming a nation, instead of a nation of labor in search of jobs, we are quickly becoming a nation of jobs in search of labor.
We heard that from the CEO of Dow Chemical, among other folks. I do want to ask you, President Trump today, he talked about the American dream, and he's going to go to Davos, and he's going to promote that. Now, already the headlines in the Washington Post is saying he's going to try to extol the virtues of nationalism. But the fact of the matter is, everyone's an egoist, if you will, when it comes to governance. At least every world leader should be looking out for their nation first. But there is a positive reciprocity there. When America does well, the rest of the world seems to do well, too.
Well, yes, the Washington Post had another article today, actually, talking about big positive surprises coming from the tax cuts. And a French company head is quoted in there saying this is exactly what we needed to reinvest in this company and to feel this country and to feel confident in doing so. But you are right that America is a good investment. And as our NEC director, Gary Cohn, said yesterday in the press briefing, Charles, America is open for business. And folks see that now. We had become non-competitive. We were shipping those jobs and this wealth overseas. And this president, as a candidate, promised to keep more of that here. This president has also said what you just said, which is he expects every world leader, every nation's leader to say what he says, which is my country first. America first does not mean America alone, but it doesn't mean America last either. This president is open to free trade deals, of course, but they have to be more fair and more reciprocal and stop really screwing the Americans, the American workers. He also is going there to, I think, to reiterate his policies against ISIS and against North Korea, that a nuclear-capable North Korea is dangerous to everyone. So I've been reading some of the clips, too, coming out of Davos, and I saw your colleague Maria Bartiromo earlier saying that all the talk there is they can't wait for President Trump he's all the talk. And so I'm happy he's going. I think he's absolutely ready. Could have stayed here and seen the benefits and the fruits of the tax cut anyway and the regulatory reductions anyway. But it's great that he's going to take his case right there and welcome people to come back here and invest in this country and its workers.
Yeah, I think we're all very excited. Kellyanne, I'm glad you took the time to come on with us. Thank you very much. We appreciate everything.